Right then, ladies and gentlemen, another game which attracts tension for Kings XI Punjab. I think Ian Bishop in commentary summed it up quite beautifully. KL Rahul and this Punjab team are magnet for tension. And we have, of course, Mark Butcher in the house, Crickletics, Man vs. Machine to review it all. Mark, I was dreading there wouldn't be a super over, which will elongate my Saturday night even further. But nevertheless, a cracking game of cricket.
Well, I mean, if you get a slow, sort of tacky, tired pitch, you get a low first inning score. You get two teams who are better at losing than winning, and it all was great ingredients for drama at the very back end there. Sunrisers Hyderabad without Jason Holder would have lost the game by many a mile tonight, wouldn't they? It was a stunning performance from the former West Indies captain. But even he couldn't drag them over the line. So good stuff. Nice little story as well. The young Aussie from Tassie holding his nerve in that last over. And, Punjab Kings are just about still alive. Just.
Yeah, I mean, their hopes were about to be extinguished at the halfway mark, but we'll get to that. Believe it or not, is the lowest score defended in the IPL in the United Arab Emirates, which is something. And it kind of resembles last year's fixture between the two, because this happened in Dubai. They were chasing 127 on that day, SRH, and they kind of capitulated. They've done so again. It truly kind of goes to show why they're at the bottom of the pile. I mean, sorry to say, SRH fans, I know I sound harsh, but they've just not played good cricket.
No, it does. You get a performance like Holder's with 3 for and 48 off less than 30 balls at the end there, chasing 127, and you still don't get over the line. You've got some big problems, haven't you? It's been tough. You can't get a run out of your overseas top order players. The rest of the batting lineup looks iffy at best. Ridham Sahar, I gave a bit of stick to, but it was well meaning really, about sort of, if he is your sort of your standard opener for the team, you're probably not going to win as many games as you're going to lose, because he's never able to get you off to enough of a flying start. They needed that when the ball was hard and new and the field was up on that pitch. They didn't get it. Failures again for Warner, failure again for Williamson. They're in a real mess.
Yeah, they were in a real mess, and I don't know where it all went wrong. Was it the chase? Because at the end of the day, David Warner and Kane Williamson sent back in quick time, and Mohammad Shami seemed to do quite a bit with that new ball. He bowled 3 overs on the trot, and he went for 5. He picked up 2 wickets and a maiden as well for good measure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's quality bowler, isn't he? And particularly when you can run up, if you can run up and bowl straight and hit sort of a decent length, he tends to be sort of fuller than most, attacking the stumps on a pitch where you're not entirely sure how the ball is going to come onto the bat, whether it's going to grip or not. He's going to cause you problems, and he's high class. And you get him on a deck like that, he's going to be very difficult to repel in the early overs, or at least he's going to be difficult to repel unless you're full of confidence and you're very powerful, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk about SRH because at the end of the day, they're mathematically out. It's all done and dusted, guys. Just enjoy the season ahead, SRH fans, because ultimately for Kings and Punjab, they live to fight another day. Oh, Punjab Kings, I did this even in the preview, Butch. What's happening with me? Never mind that, though.
Yeah, you want to try calling games where it's not called an over anymore. It's very easily done.
Yeah, I can understand that. Punjab Kings then, because a couple of selections that they made tonight were absolutely spot on. Like you said, the Tasmanian man, the Chom Brighton debut, of course, bowled the last over with some great nerve. And not to forget Ravi Bishnoi, the leg spinner. I know Adil Rashid, you're a huge fan of his, but he had to sit out today. Gale came in, they chopped and changed, it worked all right.
Yeah, Gale came in. Bishnoi was interesting, wasn't he? They went for a sort of a more Rashid Khan type leg spinner, I suppose. He's quicker through the air, flatter, bowls, has the ball sort of turning back into the right hander a bit more often than the big leg break that Adil Rashid bowls. And again, on that surface, it was the perfect choice, wasn't it? You needed somebody to push it through, not allow the batters to get underneath you and hit you up and out of the park. And he did that brilliantly.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, you didn't do so brilliantly in terms of predictions because you came unstuck against the machine, going 1-0 down to the robot today. I can feel your pain because my team went 1-0 down in terms of losing to Aston Villa. Can you believe it or not? But that's a story for another day. Shocking. Predictions, because you said it up top. I mean, Jason Holder with the bat, Jason Holder with the ball. It seemed like the man couldn't do anything wrong.
Yeah. I guess, I guess when you put in a performance like that and you're wringing with sweat at the end of it, and you've done absolutely everything in your power to take the points for your side, and they still fall short. I'd imagine he's feeling pretty dejected in that dressing room right now. But then I know Jason Holder a bit as a man, and I think that he instead of sort of going out there and saying, "Hey, listen, you lot, why can't you be as good as me?" He'd be around the other players in that dressing room going, "Listen, come on, pick yourselves up. It's okay. But I know we're out of the competition, but we'll play better next time." And he would be trying to drag his men along with him, even though it's not his responsibility. He's not captain. That's just the type of man he is. And it's terrific to see him performing in that manner. And he's not even a sort of a regulation pick for the West Indies in their T20 side sometimes. So he's just a fabulous player, a fabulous cricketer.
Yeah, he showed why he's rated so highly in world cricket, let alone in any format. Finally, where you came unstuck was the prediction which you made. I don't know what made you side with SRH. Maybe it was just a punt that you were taking, like you said, the hunch that you had prior to calling the predictions. Because even your predictions of Khalil Ahmed, I didn't want to bring it up, but you saw what I did there in the sense that it's not been a good day in the office. But having said that, Punjab, I know you were kind of critical about them pre-match, but do you give them a sniff going forward? Because we've seen crazy things happen in the toughest T20.
If they keep playing on pitches where 127's enough, then maybe. What was it? How many did they get? 120?
Yeah.
Well, but I think in the normal run of things, on flatter decks, I think they're going to come on. They're just not going to have the firepower to be able to deal with it. But good for them that it keeps them alive. And they do have some wonderful players in that lineup. Whether they have enough to go on the sort of run that they're going to need to hoist them up into the top 4 is very, very unlikely.
Yeah, only time will tell. They take on our team next in terms of RCB, of course. So that's, of course, going to be some sort of contest to watch out for. But we'll leave it there, Butch. We appreciate your time. We'll catch you next Monday. But enjoy the Monday Night Football with Crystal Palace taking on Brighton. And that one, that's going to be a feisty one indeed. And until the next time, it's a goodbye from us, Mark Butcher. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm just looking forward to the Eagles smashing the Seagulls. 7-0 tonight. Easy.
Cheers. On that note, it's a terrific Saturday night that we just, of course, reviewed. Thanks for watching. Tune into cricket.com for everything that you need to know. Until then, it's a goodbye from us.